Everything good, chat? Everything good, music-wise. Everything's great. Microphone's great. What's good, chat? What is good? So, this should be the last of these live streams for the showcases. I'm not gonna lie, it should be kind of a little hurt. I wish this part of the year just kept going for like the whole year. Well, not the whole year, maybe like the whole month. That would be fire. If it was like a new showcase, like every couple of days in a whole month, that would be fire. But Xbox's last showcase, the extended showcase, I personally thought that this wasn't going to be nothing but maybe like 45 minutes, but apparently I've seen that this is supposed to be an hour and 30 minutes. So looks like we're going to be here for a bit, for about a two, maybe close to 2.5, depending on how much I talk about the end of the games and stuff like that. It depends how I talk about it, how long, but roughly still should be here for about a 2-hour stream. So since it is an hour and 30 stream, I'm expecting to see a lot of the Bethesda games that we know of, possibly getting like the actual next gen upgrade. So we should be seeing Fallout 4, maybe next gen upgrade, maybe a couple of world premieres. By the way, how many people's in there waiting? 2,000. Just got 1,000 likes on it already. Okay, but I don't know. Maybe some more extended gameplay from Fable, maybe even Avowed, but probably a couple of like AA games probably showcased. If we get a couple of world premieres out of this one, that would be kind of cool. I know all of us anime fans are still grasping on the fact of possibly getting Budokai Tenkaichi 4 announced, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I don't think that that's going to happen. If it would have happened, it probably would have happened by now. Unless they really are making this another like big showcase, then that would be 3 hours and 30 minutes of Xbox showcase. And that's huge. Especially if this is another banger. They already got an 8.5 already. So if this is a banger on top of it, the best case is getting is probably an 8.8, maybe an 8.9. It depends on how much of a banger this is. If we see Budokai Tenkaichi, then it goes up to like probably a 9.3. That's just alone of that game. But I doubt it. I don't think we see anything like that. No, I don't think we're getting a Budokai Tenkaichi 4 trailer yet. I don't know if we're getting straight bangers. We might just get a bunch of like AA, maybe free-to-play games and stuff like that being showcased. Like I said, maybe the next gen upgrades for games. But I doubt we're getting anything along the lines of like crazy dumb AAA world premieres. I don't think so. Maybe some world premieres of like the lower caliber, like I said, AA games and stuff. But I don't see like heavy bangers all the way through this being showcased here. If that, like I'm telling you right now, if that happens, this is Xbox's just whole decade now. Like Xbox will have the whole decade in the palm of his hands if this is like, oh, okay, so presented by Diablo 4. Maybe they show something about Diablo 4. It's kind of interesting. They put that ad up in there. Like I said, 25 minutes to go. No banger status games. I don't think so, unless some of the like AA games are kind of bangers and stuff like that, maybe. But I mean, like I said, there could be some free-to-play games that pop off in here, or maybe like multiplayer or single player that actually are pretty decent. Another reason why I say AA is because they're not like the main sort of big names that we know of, big studios. It's just like another one that's like right under a big studio. So that's why I'm saying AA. So if we get some decent AA games to this one, that's great. That's great if we get that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. That would be amazing. But I would like to say still, while we're at the beginning of this one, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys coming out to watching these. It's something that I normally don't do on the channel. Usually covered like just Dokkan Battle, maybe open up packs and stuff. It's just around this time of the year that I always do the showcases, and then at the end of the year with the Game Awards and stuff. I love doing this, and this year they've been way more successful. So again, appreciate you guys, and that's all for you guys hitting the like button, you know, sharing them out, subscribing, turning on notifications, all that good stuff. So again, I appreciate that 100%. And again, if you haven't hit the like button, I greatly appreciate it. Gonna need PlayStation to come with the heat with their next upcoming showcase. Well, that state of play, I can't remember if it's in August or September, but I think they usually have a state of play somewhere around there. But we'll see. Yeah, he's still won. Like I said, we got a new champion right there. We got 3 champions, man. Hopefully we'll get another one pretty soon. Hopefully. Actually, he ain't even in here. Yeah, right now. None of the champs are in here right now. Low Vision might pop in here. But yeah, I'm over looking at this again. It's 23 minutes. I'm surprised that they stuck with the same logo. I'm just gonna go off this full screen for a second and show you. They still stuck with that logo over there. So that still makes me think that we're probably still getting some kind of extended gameplay of maybe like Avowed and Fable. And if we get extended gameplay of Avowed and Fable, that's amazing. Like that would be amazing. Can't wait till the PC state of play. They already had the PC Game Showcase a couple of days ago, and it was utter garbage. So I can't remember. I guess they might do one later on again. I don't know, but if they do, hopefully it's a lot better. Like, I mean, like at least 5 points better than what they had, because I'm pretty sure they had like a 3 or a 4. And it was rough for the PC Game Showcase. It was really rough. I can't wait to see the games that showcase today. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not expecting like crazy high expectations. So I would just, if you're expecting like just complete bangers, just dial that back like two degrees, you know, dial it back, and go in this one with expecting sort of like the bare minimum of a 5 sort of showcase, because it is extended. So expect like a 5, and then expect maybe, if it's better than a 5, then you're like, all right, my expectations were low and they surpassed it. So there. But I'm not going in thinking we're going to see like another 7 or 8 showcase. I know what you're talking about. I've seen a lot of people talking about that from Avowed, and if you remember, well, you may not remember, but they did say like a while back that they had to like do a whole rebuild on things. So the trailer that we got at the beginning of 2020, well, not at the beginning of 2020, but at the end of 2020 when the Xbox and PlayStation came out, at that showcase, well, that was still sort of the middle. What am I talking about? It was around this time. What am I talking about? But so after that, they had like, it was like a couple of months or something like that, but they had like a thing pop out, like an article talking about how they had to do a whole rework. So it looks like the whole rework was less realism and more cartoonish fun with a little bit of realism. Like I think it was the art style that sort of just changed, like not the combat, because if you still look at the visual effects, they still look great. But again, that was a CGI trailer too, so you gotta understand that. And even if you go back and look at the trailer for Avowed, the first one, the little teaser that we got, even the skeletons didn't look like crazy, like detailed skeletons and stuff like that. They still look kind of cartoonish. So, like I said, I think they just dialed back the realism, and everyone was still expecting to see like extreme realism. Sort of like, again, with like, I'd say Elder Scrolls, but didn't happen. If they announced a Starfield demo, that would be good. I don't see a Starfield demo popping off. That Starfield demo would get absolutely destroyed by everyone. Like, I mean, like, people would just be going buck wild on it, like playing the demo literally until the game come out, and like trying to find everything that's in the whole demo. Like, even if they were like, we're just gonna release to you like 2 planets in the demo, and it's just off randomly generated planets, and that's it. Like, people would still try to find everything they possibly could to that. because it's a Bethesda game, and that's definitely what would happen. 19 minutes, chat. Actually, can't remember if you can still see some of it. Yeah, there you go. You can still see the timer right there. Actually, since you can still see the timer right there, I'm going to put my camera. I'm gonna switch it back to the other filter here. There we go. Since you can still see the timer right there, I'm just gonna keep this screen on. That way everybody can see the timer. You get it? Yeah. I still think the game's gonna be great because it is Obsidian and they're pretty much the kings of the RPG. So I still think it's gonna be a banger. I'm just not more hyped for that than I am Starfield. Like even seeing Avowed and also seeing Fable, like those two games are gonna be great. I know it, but I'm still more hyped for Starfield. Like when Starfield gets its first DLC, it'll be nutty, and then this next one after that. And they're already Todd Howard already talked about it being big expansions. So because normally they do like 2 huge expansions and then 2 smaller expansions in the DLCs. So if we get that, I'm not worried about that. I'm not mad at it. Only 2 weeks before Dokkan becomes fun again. Yeah, I know it's it's the time before. It's the calm before the storm. Dokkan's just, I don't know, man. It's hard to sort of like process and talk about Dokkan because I know we still just got the Goku announced on JP. So it's like, even though that's how, I haven't even looked at it. I haven't even looked at the at what the card does at all. Not once yet. So I might have to do that later on or something like that. But yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to. I don't know if he'd buy Ubisoft, but definitely maybe like a deal being struck with Ubisoft. I can see that happening. I don't see him buying them. I think at that point too, I think PlayStation and Sony would cry even more, and they probably would just be like, yeah, not that one. You can have Call of Duty because it's on the downward projectile, but you can't have Ubisoft too. I don't see that one. If they had Ubisoft too, that would be insane. Infinite Batman was good. Well, hopefully, like I said, I'm just expecting just a decent showcase just because it's extended. I think IGN is like taking all of the views because every time I look at the IGN showcase of the live stream, there was already like 3,000 something people in even before this. So I think they're low key still in all the streaming here because yeah, I know for a fact there's definitely gonna be more than 3,000 people showing up for this. It's probably be about another 40 or 50,000. I'd say once it gets back down there to like 5 minutes and stuff like that, for sure. Hopefully everyone's doing pretty wonderful today. I don't know, maybe a new well, I don't know if we get a new Sonic since we just kind of got one being reimagined, like a new one's coming out of the old game. So I don't see that, but I don't know, we'll see. Can't remember. It's Kirby Sega, ain't it? I think Kirby is Sega, right? No, excuse me, that's Nintendo. My fault. I'm sitting there like, wait, what? Which one is that one again? I always keep forgetting about Kirby. Actually, another Kirby game would be kind of cool. Yeah, Another Kirby game would kind of be nice for Nintendo. Jet Set Radio. I don't know. I guess, I mean, it ain't like it can't happen. I mean, but I feel like we kind of had that with, what's that, Sunset Overdrive? Like, I kind of feel like we had that with, like, Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, and then Hi-Fi Rush is, like, kind of like Jet Set Radio. Like, same sort of art style and stuff like that, because it's kind of like a gift to Jet Set Radio fans. That's what a lot of people said. So, we've already had a game kind of like that one, so I don't know, man. Hey, Kerpika, yo. Intercontinental IC champion of the stream. What's good, my guy? How's it feel to be introduced like that every time? Just know that every time you come in, you're introduced as your championship, man. I've been pretty good, man. How about you? How about you? I'd be better if people hit that like button. That's what I'd be. I'd be a lot better if you hit that like button. Just saying. Like, my day will be even more tremendous than it already is. It'd be extraordinary. I mean, if they did, they did. I don't think I've ever been, like, a big fan of those games, so it doesn't really bother me all that much. Feels good to be IC champ. I mean, that's what you wanted to go for. That's what you wanted to go for. I'm assuming now, it looks like Rich might be going for the United States Championship then. Doing pretty good, Scythe. Doing pretty good. How about yourself? Ready for this? By the way, chat, again, it is going to be an hour and 30 minutes. So if you didn't know, if you didn't hear this beforehand, it's apparently supposed to be an hour and 30 minute showcase. So chalking this all the way up, that's 3 hours and 30 minutes of an Xbox showcase. Because we're counting, obviously, Starfield in this one. Just saying. Hey, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Just need a little bit more of y'all to hit that like button. That's what I need. That's it. That's all I ask of you, really, is just hit the like button. Yeah. You're watching this. I mean, everybody can talk right now, so I mean, lurkers. I don't want to have to keep knocking on y'all, but lurkers, the one person there making a sandwich right now that just heard this from the living room. Yeah, you. When you come back, hit the like button. We might have to get up on these lurkers here. Yeah, like I said, that US belt, I don't know about that one. That one's gonna be a little something. Right into Overwatch. Oh yeah, they'll probably have something about Overwatch in here, I would say. Like, I would say. But yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be the women's championship, and then and then United States Championship, maybe women's and tag team, or I still need to get that 24/7 championship belt as well too. I just don't like it. It's way different than the other belts. It's super, like, it's the material on it's just way different. But I wish it was like another belt like that. No, and the one that you have to get that's like those belts is like $150, and I'm like, better stop. Better stop. Oh, it went up 300 likes since the last. Damn! Went up 300 likes since the last time I looked at that. Hey, can we run them likes up? Can y'all get? Nah, y'all ain't gonna get 300 likes. I already know better than that, but I mean, can y'all get like 25? Yeah, I ain't expecting no Budokai, bro. I definitely ain't expecting that right now. No. No, sir. Once it gets down to probably 5 minutes, I'll go ahead and switch over. Actually, I guess I could technically already switch over. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and switch everything up. Kind of take everything off. My gosh. There we go. And then we'll make chat how it should be. It should be pretty good there. And I'll put the alert back on the corner. We'll get the event out of here and then stream boss out of here. Clean it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's always out of stock. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I wasn't lying to you. I was gonna get that belt like a long time ago, and the worst part about it was I was in like, I think I was in Georgia like a couple of weeks ago, and we went into a Walmart and I seen it, and I was like, oh, they got them back in stock. I was like, I'm just gonna get one when I get back home. So I was pissed. I wish I would have just bought it then. How's it going? No, don't expect Budokai Tenkaichi at all. Well, hey. But I wouldn't. Wonder if it was the same one. Yeah, I don't know. There's like, I guess they've had two of them in circulation. They had like, I guess the older one of the belt before it got switched to, I guess the one that what's his name has, Austin Theory. Like it's like that, but bet the Heat's mad. Yeah, man. They kind of went. They went out sad. I just, in my honest opinion, I just hope that it was like one of those Cinderella stories where we were just gonna get absolute, just a banger of them just coming out and being and actually having the upset and Jimmy Butler getting his first ring. I really was hoping for that, but you know, I can't knock Denver. They were a really good team this whole season. Like, to be quite honest, if it would have shaped up how it was supposed to probably shape up, it would have been either Denver and actually probably either would have been the Suns or Denver in the finals, to be quite honest. And I would have picked the Suns to win that. So it probably would have been the Suns and either the Celtics or the Bucks, to be quite honest. And I would have picked the Suns over that. So I can't knock them though. Oh, there's there a new one? Jimmy Butler choked. Yeah. Nah, Heat fans are probably okay. The Heat had a phenomenal postseason. I mean, yeah, they did. I mean, they went from literally out of it to in it. I mean, that's still small feat, bro. Like, they just played with their backs against the wall the whole entire time, and then, like, in my opinion, I just think they're maybe like a couple of pieces away from winning the championship, to be quite honest. Like, if it was a sense of like, if like Kevin Durant went to the Heat, then I would have been like, yeah, that team, especially the way they played, that if you added Kevin Durant there, that was a pure score. Oh yeah, that neutralizes Jokic, because Jokic is going to be doing that. But then you have somebody that can be in the corner as a catch and shoot, play off the ball, on the ball. So it's kind of like, yeah, especially if help defense on Jokic. Yeah. and then Jimmy Butler could have just done his thing, and even been super defensive, and just been all over Marriott. That would have been great. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. Oh, they are near you. That's what's up. Let me check something. Let me check something. Let me see if they are in stock back around here too. Damn, why is that still so much? Gee. Oh. Oh, they are in stock. The tag team. Oh, and the United. Oh, wait, whoa. United States Championship is in stock. Hold on up. Hold on up. And the 24/7. Oh, that'd be next week that they come though. Oh no. Well, that's BS. They just said they literally weren't available. What? How did I just put that in my cart and they literally say that's unavailable? Bro, what the hell is going on? Bro, is Walmart tripping? Bro, is Walmart tripping? Bro, I really do think Walmart tripping, bro. Says they're in stock and then unavailable. Oh. All right. I just think Walmart's playing too much. I think Walmart's fucking playing too much. I literally just put 3 belts in my cart and literally was about to check out. And then they literally said that 2 of the actual items in the cart currently unavailable. And I'm like, okay, let me get the other tag team belt. No, that's unavailable too. Dude, why are these belts going out of stock so fast now? They weren't going out of stock like that before. Why are they going out of stock so fast? Bro, that's something ain't right, man. Something is not right. Either Walmart, I might have to just buy them on Target or something, bro. I might have to just, hey man. Okay. Boy, you said the same thing like 17 times for some reason. I don't know why, but you need to chill. The troll is getting annoying now. The troll is definitely getting annoying. So, chill the fuck out. Objection? Yeah, they did. So we got 25 seconds left, chat. All right, hit the like button. Subscribes. Turns on the notifications. Actually, I might throw this in subscriber only mode since this is the last one. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it right before. I'm gonna throw it in subscriber only mode. So you want to? Hey, you better subscribe, bro. Better subscribe, bro. There we go. See what we got. Yo, what's good? What's good?
So who's the angel, who's the devil, though? That's the real question between Solomon and Johnny.
I'd like to think I'm always an angel.
turn it up a little too. Run the likes up. Run the likes up. Well, started off with like a world premiere or something. That'd be kind of cool. Ah, Starfield. So, wait. No. Oh, no, this is just everything that they showed from the actual showcase. I ain't about to take a copyright claim for that music. Only if it's a banger. Only if it's a banger will I take a copyright claim. Like, I'm not taking a copyright claim if it's not a banger. Actually, let me turn this up for myself a little bit too. All right, so this is just promotional stuff. Okay. Please just let the song be over so I can actually put the audio back on. All right, we're good.
Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. My name is Tina Amini, and I'm here to dive a little bit more into the games you saw at our recent Xbox Games Showcase. Showcase featured 27 ambitious games, all coming to Xbox. Games like Clockwork Revolution from inXile Entertainment, Fable from Playground Games, and from our partners, Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Today, we'll take a closer look at some other games from our showcase lineup and introduce you to some more games too. We've got the
Okay,
game
so
director
that's
of
confirmed. We're
Avowed
seeing
from
new
Obsidian
games.
Entertainment breaking down the game's trailer.
Okay.
And the game director of Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks is here to tell us about their newest update. You'll also hear from Sarah Bond, head of the Gaming Ecosystem Organization for Xbox, who will tell us more about a program to bring games from underrepresented developers with unique visions to Xbox and Game Pass. And we may just have a few other fun guests in store for you too, so stay tuned. But first, let's check out the rainy streets and sinister markets of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty.
Wait, what? Are we getting some gameplay?
Hello everyone. I'm really excited to welcome you to this exclusive Xbox store over Black Market, one of the locations in Dokkan that you are going to be able to explore in Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty.
Oh,
As you can
snap.
see, Dokkan welcomes you with open arms.
Too tame?
This is Black Market, a location where you as a player, as a mercenary, you can obtain unique cyberware and weapons, things that you cannot find anywhere in this world.
Oh, I can't wait.
Dokkan is a part of Night City, but has its own very distinct look and vibe. It's outside of the jurisdiction of NCPD, attracting all kinds of eccentrics and dangerous characters.
Radical mods, Jim. Never seen anything like that on a non-maelstromer.
You mean this? Ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out. Or this here.
We have put a lot of work into making the world feel more alive. Small scenes, secrets to find, Easter eggs, make this place feel more vibrant and more believable.
Maintenance accessories and...
But what's inescapable in Dogtown is Kurt Hansen. Kurt is a leader of Borges militia who rules Dokkan with an iron fist.
You've come to the right place. NCPD, gang wars, not in Dogtown. Taxes, who the
Check this out.
needs them? In Dogtown, I keep your business safe as long as you abide by my rules.
A really nice guy, as you can see.
I thought so.
The black market also is a place where you can find new illegal weapons and goods. They are some of the most powerful items in the world, but are often much more dangerous to use. A new cyberware capacity system, which leads you to push your body to the limit and gives you new abilities to deliver more thrilling gameplay experiences, like the air dash or the ability to see the enemies through the walls, or change your appearance to lose the heat. Borges is the authorities of Dogtown, and they are more dangerous than NCPD. When you as a player commit crimes in Dogtown, they are the guys who are going to chase you. We have completely overhauled the police system. Police actions are more believable, dynamic, and diverse. The team has been working passionately to deliver you more deeper and meaningful experience, and I really cannot wait for you to find out more this September. See you in Dogtown.
Oh man. Okay, a little bit of gameplay, not a lot, but a little bit of gameplay, and a lot of talk about what's coming to Phantom. Okay.
We're not done talking about CD Projekt Red's next dive into the story between V and Johnny just yet. In fact, we're here with the voice and stylings of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself. Welcome.
Thank you.
Bro, Keanu Reeves is working hard.
Likewise.
This man has
Phantom
been
Liberty
all over this
introduces
game.
us
Anywhere
to
they
an
said,
entirely
hey,
new
you
location
gotta
in
be there.
Night
He's
City.
been there.
It's called Dogtown. It's this
having
devastated
too much
place.
fun
It's
with
controlled
this.
by a militia. But
And
I
I'm
think you
happy
know
for
more
him.
about
He's
it than
having
I do. So
too
how would
much
you describe
fun.
it to players?
Night City has its own kind of levels to it, and I think Dogtown is kind of going down to a darker place. It's dystopian. It has a tension to it, and this undercurrent of kind of violence, you know, like, and struggle. You know, can I swear?
Yeah.
Shit's gone down in Dogtown.
Oh, I like that tagline.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, I mean, hopefully it'll be fun for people to play there.
It's hard to believe that there's an underbelly to the underbelly
Yes,
that
that's
is Night
good.
City,
Yes,
right? Yeah, I'm a little
yeah.
scared, but in a good way.
No, it's a good way. I mean, we're all kind of we're all moths to the flame, aren't we? And there's a lot of flame in Dogtown.
Well, if anyone can take it on, it's V, so that certainly
Yeah.
gives me the confidence.
Yeah, V's a survivor,
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
you know?
And we just saw a tour of Dogtown, too, so we got a little bit of that
Oh, cool.
ambiance, and we can see what the environment is like. People are getting beat up. It's not good.
It's, yeah.
It's not the friendliest place to be. You gotta be prepared for it, truly.
Yeah.
But in our tour, we also hear a recording from a Colonel Kurt Hansen. Who's this guy? Because he seems pretty dangerous, too.
Yeah, that guy. No, I'm sorry, I can't say that. My inner Johnny came out.
I think that's
My
good. You know,
inner-
we know the tone now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's ex-military, military too, ruthless, power hungry, manipulative, and Johnny doesn't like him.
I could see that. I mean, Night City in general is the kind of place that breeds that kind of character.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back. Let's talk about Johnny as a person instead of this horrible person known as Colonel Kurt Hansen. I don't know about this guy, but people like Johnny, and I think it's interesting because we know him to be opinionated. He's radical. We've seen that in Cyberpunk 2077 in the main campaign, but as we get to know him, he's got a sensitive side too. He can actually be quite caring.
That's what makes it so much fun. He is outspoken. He's a little grumpy. And he has a right to be. He's been used, he's been abused, he's been abandoned. And I think that through that kind of hardness of his outside, there is a vulnerability to him. And I think what's great about it is I get to play that character in so many different ways, and so the range of it is cool.
And especially for the player, you get to see these moments in flashbacks. You start to understand he's a product of his upbringing, truly, of his surrounding.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean, we could start talking about nature and nurture. I'm sorry, I keep dropping into Johnny. But, yeah, I like his anger. I like his passion. I like what he stands for. He's really just looking for a fair shot. And I love that he's kind of going through music, that there's an artist side to him. And, you know, I got some great speeches.
But it is.
There's all these moments with Johnny where a tiny little thing, you know, elicits this really fun response. You can flip him off and he double birds you back. Like, I love those kind of moments.
Or rock.
I think another interesting lens of looking at him as we get into Phantom Liberty is his dynamic with Solomon Reed. So what can you tell me about Johnny's relationship with Idris Elba's character?
I think Solomon has some things in common with Johnny in the sense of the military, the sense of being used, abused. You know, it's in the title, right? They're fighting for a liberty. You know, Solomon's kind of trying to reclaim his life, you know, and Johnny's doing the same thing. You know, it's Cyberpunk 2077, so it might start off as revenge, and it might end as revenge, but I think sometimes he feels like he's lashing out at the wind, you know? And I think Solomon has been living out in the kind of the desert of his life, right? Kind of hiding and harboring.
Yeah.
But I think he also has that kind of soft and hard side to him as well.
So as somebody who's very familiar with thrillers, because you've starred in a few, what do you think about Phantom Liberty makes for a good spy thriller in particular?
The quest to understand what's going on. So, and the kind of scavenger hunt of information, the mystery, the double crossing, what is true, what's fiction, what can you count on, you can't count on anything. That is really kind of amplified.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to another Xbox presentation. You've got a lot of fans out there in the Xbox community, so I think I can speak for all of us in saying we really appreciate you showing up here today.
Oh, well, thank you.
But before I close things out,
Yeah.
well, before I close things out, I'd love your help here, Keanu. How do you think Johnny would end this interview right now?
Well, there's a lot of ways you could do that. But, Tina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is that how Johnny would do it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Nice to see
such
you.
a pleasure to have you here. I thought you were going to kick down the camera or something, so.
No, you see, he's respectful. You know, you're a good egg.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Yeah.
And I'll see you out there again soon.
Okay. Not terrible. Well, I'd say you got to talk about 7 minutes, I'd say that. Oh, whoa. We getting a DLC for this game?
Oh, I'm so sorry for dragging you all into this.
High on knife. Coming soon. So that is a DLC that is available for purchase.
The world you think you live in doesn't exist. It's a pantomime. Theater. And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery, the stagecraft, you'll discover nothing but darkness. And once perceived, it will swallow you whole. I'm in a race against this darkness. A race to locate an
those
ancient
things.
ruin.
Okay.
A tower of unspeakable power. I need
I'm not
best
too
of the best.
like the whole
They're all
turn-based
dead.
sort of thing. I'm not really a fan of those games.
So I'll use you. Scoundrels. Thieves. Cutthroats. The best of the worst.
Just
Oh,
perfect.
come now. Try not to look so glum.
We've got 10 guys to work on, so I think we have
You're going to
Yeah,
help
most-
me save the world.
faith in that than anybody in the world, to be quite honest. Game Pass, October 3rd.
When it comes to RPG studios, Obsidian Entertainment is among the very best.
I think
From
that was a
Fallout
new
New
game,
Vegas
kinda
and The
shown.
Outer Worlds
Not like
to
a
Star
world
Wars
premiere, but it
Knights
was
of
a
the
new
Old
game.
Republic 2 and Pentiment,
was
Obsidian Games have placed their
crazy.
stamp on the genre. Joining
Only
us
like
today for a
only
closer
like
look at
AA
Avowed is
AAA
game
games
director
like that.
Carrie Patel. Carrie, I'm so excited to have you here. We just saw this big reveal of Avowed, and there's so many little bits of information in there that I want to dig out and pick your brain around. But before we get into all that, I'm assuming that you don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2 to really get into Avowed.
You're absolutely right. You don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2. You can come to the world of Avowed fresh. We want this to be a welcoming experience to new players. But if you are a returning fan, there are some recognizable tidbits.
For people who have played Pillars 1 or 2, can you tease any more of just those general connections to the universe? And no major spoilers, of course.
Yeah. There are a couple returning characters that players might recognize from Deadfire in particular. Players who have played the original games will recognize some of the parts of the world and some of the factions. The Adirian Empire plays pretty heavily into the world of Avowed, so all of that will be familiar to returning players.
We do start to see some of that Pillars universe now in the Avowed setting, which is really exciting, and it's looking amazing so far. But
The
can
game
you
does
confirm
look
one
good,
thing for
even
me?
in the style
Are we
that it's
still in
in.
Aora?
It still
We're
looks
still in Aora,
incredibly
and
good.
specifically we're in a region called the Living Lands. So again, returning Pillars fans will recognize the Living Lands as this otherworldly frontier. It's very remote. It's relatively unknown. It's this very dramatic landscape full of all of these different valleys with these unique biomes and creatures, just a really unique visual perspective. And it's a wonderful frontiersy spot that's set for adventure. There's a lot that's
Now that I've seen
undiscovered,
it
and
one
so
more
that's the
time,
part of Aora that we're introducing
It's
players
still
to in
got
Avowed.
a lot
And we
of detail
also see
in
a
it.
character talking
It's
to
just-
us in the trailer. He
more
seems like he might be a
cartoony, but it's
companion, because that would be a very
Like, if
Obsidian
you look
thing
at
to
the
do.
enemy when
So
he's
what's
coming
going on with
closer,
that?
they show a little bit
Yes,
more of
this
it.
is Kai,
Like, the
and he's one of the
environment
first
stuff is still
companions you meet
very
in the
much
game. He's
detailed.
an Amawa.
It's just
That's one of the unique
looks
species of the
cartoony.
world of Aora. And Kai, as a character, brings a balance of this really battle-hardened perspective. He's seen a lot. He's served as a soldier and a mercenary, but he also has a really unique sense of humor. So he brings a spirit of levity and camaraderie to the party as well.
And as he's talking to us, he's also kind of conveying, well, he's straight up saying that he's afraid of you and your abilities. But it's not like the heroes are the only powerful beings in this universe. So I'm curious what that means for who we are as the player character. Are we a watcher again, like in Pillars 1 and 2? Or maybe we have some connections to the spirit realm and beyond that gives us these terrifying abilities?
Like, look at
So
it.
you're
It's
not
still
a watcher this
incredibly
time,
detailed.
but you do have a unique soul connection to the world that gives you a connection to the Living Lands and to some of the more mysterious forces that work there. The player is also being sent as an envoy of the Adirian Empire, and so they come with both a very mysterious aura, but also a certain sense of political urgency.
Kai also mentions a plague. That's another bit of detail that we get within the trailer. We see a very concerning growth on a lot of the creatures in the world. What can you tell us about this plague?
I can't say too much just yet, except that it is a unique soul plague that is devouring the Living Lands, and part of the player's mission in being sent here is to investigate and try to stop it.
We also saw a lot of combat in the trailer, and we see dual-wielding pistols, we see spells, we see swords, we see just a ton of abilities. A lot that actually is really reminiscent of the Pillars universe, too, but those were isometric, top-down view games, and Avowed is a first-person game. So how did the team approach that same kind of fantasy combat, but in the first person for Avowed?
So we wanted to take that same depth and breadth of play styles and combat abilities and player fantasies, where you can play someone who's very magically attuned, more traditional fighter or ranger, and really invest in whatever play style is most appealing to you personally. We wanted to take that depth and breadth and translate it into a first-person experience, where you can feel the visceral nature of the attacks, feel the dynamism and the momentum of those attacks as you're executing them, and that means including a range of options like, as you noted, dual-wielding pistols, which is one of my favorites because you don't see that often in fantasy RPGs, but also traditional sword and board, a whole host of magical abilities, a lot of things that'll be both a little bit familiar but hopefully new to players as well.
And I've got one more question for you, because I know the audience is going to want to know this one, but just how big is this game?
So it's going to be roughly comparable to something like Knights of the Old Republic 2 or The Outer Worlds. It is set up as a series of interconnected open zones that players can explore at their own pace. You can invest in discovering every nook and cranny in the world, discovering every secret, finding every side quest, meeting every character, or you can have a much more focused experience. And it's really up to players and how much time they want to spend in the Living Lands, but I'm hopeful that they're going to spend a lot of time with us once Avowed releases.
Well, count me in as one of those players, because I definitely want to read and hear every line of dialogue, everything everyone has to tell me, and discover every inch of the Living Lands. Well, thank you again so much for being here, Carrie. This has been so insightful and fun.
Thank you, Tina. This has been a pleasure.
That was just a taste of what you can expect from Obsidian Entertainment when Avowed lands next year on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass.
Fallout New Vegas. It's going to be. What is this?
퍼스트 디센던트는 언리얼 엔진 5를 사용한
Next
차세대
generation third
3인칭
person
슈터
looter
게임으로
shooter.
엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S, 엑스박스 1을 포함해 콘솔과 PC 크로스플레이가 가능하고 프리투 플레이로 즐기실 수 있도록 개발 중입니다. 퍼스트 디센던트에서 플레이어는 계승자가 되어 인류의 생존을 위해 침략자들의 맞서 싸우게 됩니다. 계승자는 플레이어의 캐릭터로서 다양하고 개성적인 컨셉과 전투 스타일을 가지고 있습니다. 플레이어는 계승자를 통해 잉그리스 대륙을 탐험하며 스토리를 체험하고 다양한 임무를 혼자서 혹은 협동 플레이로 수행하게 됩니다. 또한 최대 4인 협동 플레이로 거대 보스와의 레이드를 경험할 수 있습니다. 거대 보스별 다양한 기믹과 부위 파괴 등을 통해 밀도 높은 팀 플레이를 체험하실 수 있습니다. 현재 개발팀은 작년 베타 테스트에서 플레이어분들에게 받은 피드백을 개선하는 작업과 신규 콘텐츠의 개발을 병행하고 있습니다. 지금 보시는 화면은 최초로 공개하는 엑스박스 시리즈 X의 실제 게임 플레이 영상입니다. 언리얼 엔진 5를 활용한 높은 퀄리티의 그래픽이 안정적으로 돌아가도록 열심히 개발 중에 있습니다. 신규 계승자 역시 개발 중에 있는데요. 이 계승자는 물을 이용한 독한 컨셉의 플레이를 경험할 수 있도록 디자인되었습니다. 또한 자기장을 이용한 방어 능력과 비행 스킬을 지닌 새로운 캐릭터도 개발하고 있습니다. 플레이어분들이 더 많은 탐험을 하고 몰입감 넘치는 스토리를 경험할 수 있도록 다양한 환경의 신규 맵을 개발하고 있으며 새로운 타입의 보스 레이드 역시 지속적으로 개발하고 있습니다. 그리고 많은 분들이 요청하셨던 코스메틱 시스템도 도입 중에 있는데요. 캐릭터들마다 다양한 컨셉의 스킨을 제공할 예정이며 꾸미기 아이템을 통해 개성을 마음껏 뽐낼 수 있도록 지원할 예정입니다. 가장 많은 피드백을 받았던 그래플링 훅은 시스템을 완전히 변경하였습니다. 변경된 그래플링 훅은 조작에 따른 회전과 이동 시 가속 감속을 지원하여 조작의 재미를 훨씬 더 증대하였습니다. 이 밖에도 피드백을 반영하여 점프 모션, 총기 사운드, UI와 UX를 지속적으로 개선해 나가고 있으며 계승자 스킬을 개조할 수 있는 시스템도 개발 중에 있습니다. 게임 사운드 또한 글로벌 유명 게임 작곡가인 스티븐 바튼과 협업하여 보다 풍성한 청각적 경험을 제공하기 위해 준비 중에 있습니다. 마지막으로 여러분께서 가장 기다리실 소식을 전해드리겠습니다. 현재 저희는 연내 출시를 목표로 하고 있으며 그에 앞서 8월 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S를 포함한 콘솔과 PC에서 크로스플레이 베타 테스트를 진행할 예정입니다. 베타 테스트는 8월 22일부터 8월 28일까지 일주일간 진행되며 오늘부터 공식 홈페이지를 통해 신청하실 수 있으니 플레이어분들의 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다. be the first descendants.
When we were wrapping up Banner Saga, we were really talking about what is it we want to do next.
That one's
we
one for
honestly
me.
started with the idea
That one's definitely
of
one
making
for
a
me.
game that was hopeful, that it was a triumph for the human spirit.
Something that had a lot of replay ability, something that you can really explore for a long time.
There are different worlds that we want to explore. Towerborne is that game. Towerborne is a fast-paced action RPG. It's a co-op game. You can play it online. You can play it on a couch with your friends and family. Everybody's moving through the world map together. As the players move out, they start breadcrumbing the storyline that is being told here. From the world map, you go into fun, fast combat.
Okay.
You come out of that with resources and crafting items, and with all their new loot.
It looks like there's no split screen either. It looks like it's like one whole screen, and like obviously you won't be able to like proceed until the other player goes over to like that type.
Is the player's safe haven and humanity's safe haven. The player can customize their appearance, their loadout, talk to all these different NPCs.
The world itself is a mix of 3D and 2D. We definitely wanted to have that kind of beautiful background that you see in animated movies.
Towerborne is all about humanity's last chance
I thought it was only going to be like a two-player co-op.
Clinging to hope and clinging to this tower.
It is your mission to try to hold the forces of darkness at bay, to give humanity a chance at survival.
The most important thing about the gameplay is it's just fun. And it kind of just amplified its fun the moment you added another player. All of the players can build their character in a way that's specific to them. It just turns into this back and forth exploration. Like, let's try to do this one combo, and then let's see if you can do a follow-up. From a couch co-op perspective, that's just really fun because there's not too many couch co-op games anymore.
Yeah, there's not. That's a fact. That's why that might be pretty good.
I'm hoping
for like
in 5 years from now, it's in a place that I never even would have thought of.
It's a seasonal game, which is different for us.
Players can expect a new storyline with new quests, new biomes. We'll be rolling out new gear, new monsters, new bosses.
Expanding on the content in a continuous, organic way, so it just becomes a living world.
Going through, beating the whole game. So it's so fun doing the whole couch sort of co-op.
When we started Stoic, we decided let's just make games that we feel strongly about and we want to play. We had to find the right relationship with a publisher, and I think we found that with Xbox. They've enabled us to make the game that we want to make here. I earnestly cannot wait for the community to see the game that we're rolling out here. Towerborne is, I really believe, something unique.
Game Pass. Not bad. Hey, let's hit the like button. Let's get some more likes. Get 35.
There's that roar again.
You gotta protect the pit stop, please.
What the hell is that thing?
Oh, it's Fallout 76.
In theaters now.
Hello, I'm John Rush, art director for Fallout 76. I hope you enjoyed the world premiere of the trailer for our Once in a Blue Moon update coming June 20th, free to play for anyone who owns Fallout 76. The blue moon has risen over the hills of Appalachia, bringing with it a ton of great new content for players.
I know a lot of people will stop playing this game as soon as we can find out if it's shown
That
here.
includes new cryptids like the Blue
we
Devil
shouldn't be doing something called
and
Fallout
Ogla to
40
threaten the
next
progress
gen
of the
upgrade.
Blue Ridge Caravan
So I can
Company.
tell you that right now, there's a lot. Now,
We've also got 2 new public events, both of which give you a chance to earn caravan and cryptid-themed rewards. Defend the Middle Mountain pit stop from waves of monstrous creatures in safe and sound. And thwart a horde of crazed cultists and beasts of burden. With Season 13, we've also got a new scoreboard called Shoot for the Stars, which celebrates the stars of the silver screen and gives you a chance to earn cinema-themed rewards.
Hopefully not yet.
And we're not done yet. Next year, we're taking players to Atlantic City, where they'll gamble on the fates of new factions for the opportunity to win big.
I mean, it's cool that y'all still trying to support this game, but...
and earn rewards along the way.
Sure, go
Once in a Blue Moon is coming June 20th.
That still
Appalachia is coming at you. We'll see you there.
Go for it, man. Go for it, you know?
What's this? What happened now?
I mean, if you like Hi-Fi Rush, there you go.
We've just seen a new trailer for updates coming to Hi-Fi Rush called Arcade Challenge Update. No joke, there's literally exclamation points in there. That's not just me. So here to explain that and more about the update is game director John Johannes. Welcome to Showcase Extended, John.
Really glad to be here.
Exclamation points?
They have to be in there.
Yeah. It feels
It's style. It's style. Yeah.
It's a style thing. Well, Hi-Fi Rush is such a stylish game in general. I think that's one of the things that people really excitedly pointed out when we shadow dropped the game in the developer direct earlier this year. But making a brand new IP is always a bit of a risk. Your studio's known for kind of scarier games like The Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Can't deny that. But yeah, this type of game is something I just always wanted to make personally. And I just thought music and action worked so well together. And after I had finished working on The Evil Within 2, it just felt like the right time to try something new. And our studio's always been about just making fun games. It doesn't have to be about a certain genre. We're not about making one specific thing.
And fortunately, there's plenty more of that content to come because we just saw an absolutely jam-packed trailer. So I'd love for your help in breaking down all the details, all the stuff going into this update.
Sure. There's a lot, so bear with me. Everything in this mode is unlockable once you've finished the game, and you'll unlock an arcade cabinet in your hideout. And by accessing it, you get 2 new modes. One is called BPM Rush mode, which takes the gameplay up to like higher speeds than we've ever done in the main game. And the other is called Power Up, Tower Up, which is a new sort of randomized spin on the rhythm tower mode that we had in the original game. And included in this mode are 5 new original songs to play to, as well as 2 brand new enemies. And then there's special attacks and this whole meta system for unlocking upgrades and rewards. And that's all I can think of right now.
I love that there's so much to unpack there, but let's rewind. Let's talk about just BPM Rush for now.
Sure.
It was described in the trailer as effectively Hi-Fi Rush's equivalent of a turbo mode. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, early on, the team was like, how fast can we go? And in the game, we kind of settled at, about a max 160 BPM. But this mode really takes it up to 200 BPM. But we sort of ease you in there. It's a gradual upgrade until it eventually gets so fast, you just got to sort of think on your feet and naturally react to the rhythm and the combat of the game.
I personally love that there's a lot of accessibility settings in the game too. It makes it so that you can adjust the game to your own comfort level. But this is a post-game challenge. It's meant for when you've gotten into the rhythm of the game. So I'm curious if you have any pointers on as far as how to tackle that challenge.
As an action game, I think a lot of people want that sort of next level challenge, another way to use their abilities in a new type of environment. This mode does that by putting you at the high speed. But we also have multiple difficulties. We have an easy mode for people who want to experience what that's like, but maybe are not in tune with that sort of high difficulty that's accompanied with this stuff. But then we have a casual normal mode as well. And then we have, after beating those modes, we can unlock an EX mode, which takes up to a hard level where damage is multiplied and keeps you at that high BPM throughout the entire time.
But there already was a post-game challenge when Hi-Fi Rush launched. It was the Rhythm Tower mode. You mentioned that briefly earlier. That's the one where you face just increasingly difficult combat. So how has that evolved with the power-up, tower-up mode?
So the Rhythm Tower mode was kind of like a very curated experience. And while it was very challenging, you can prepare, go in and sort of customize your character, know what you're getting into.
By the way, it's only been 35
and in this mode,
minutes.
we flip it to the almost opposite end. Chai starts off downgraded. We actually remove all your abilities, and you have to earn them back by fighting waves of randomized enemy sets. And after every wave of enemies, you get to choose from a series of power-ups that can gradually increase your stats. Each of these upgrades comes with either bonus or negative modifiers as well to the gameplay, so you can take more risks or less risks depending on which upgrades you pick. And again, those upgrades are randomized each level, so you really kind of have to have an understanding of the systems and not quite master them, but have a good grasp if you want to go in and come out on top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was a really packed trailer. There was a lot of information in there. It's a chonky update. So what else have you got for us? Because I feel like there's more on the table there.
Yeah, so by playing in the two modes, you unlock these rewards through these challenges that are connected to these two modes. And in those rewards are things like accessories for Chai and new costumes for Chai 808, and even as well as fan favorite Corsica. We have new modes for the photo mode as well. Things like new filters. We have new poses for the characters. We have stickers that you can place on the photos now. And then there are some extra hidden secrets that we don't want to give away right now, which, as you know from our game, we like to hide in there and we like people to find, which is always fun. And then in conjunction with this release, we're also releasing a separate costume pack, which is a kind of take on what the characters would look like if maybe this game took place in a different time period.
Ooh, a little tease. I like that.
And there's some really fun-looking stuff in there, so.
Well, thank you again so much for coming out all the way from Japan to Showcase Extended, John.
I'm super glad to be here.
That's all we have to share about the new update for Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush coming soon. Now it's time for us to return to the second era of Tamriel and the Elder Scrolls Online. ZeniMax Online Studios debuted the trailer for their upcoming expansion at Showcase, and today they're here to break that trailer down for us. Let's hear what the team has to say about the Necron expansion for Elder Scrolls Online.
A lot of Bethesda. The only one that the only one that really matters I ain't seen yet. And that's the Fallout 4
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Xbox Showcase. I'm Rich Lambert, Creative Director on Elder Scrolls Online.
And I'm CJ Greb, I'm the Project Art Director for Elder Scrolls Online.
One of the really interesting things about Elder Scrolls Online is it's different than really any other game out there. It's not your typical level-gated world. Go anywhere, you can explore in any order you want to.
You really can hop in at any moment, play with anybody, can play any part of the game.
And any story.
And of course, I mean, we're on Xbox Game Pass, you know, the biggest open world RPG on Xbox. And if you're at all a fan of Elder Scrolls, you can go places that you maybe have never gone before in an Elder Scrolls game.
And do things that you've never been able to do. There's so many different activities to participate in. You know,
housing.
We've got lore hunting and antiquities, right? There's the dungeons and the trials.
And you can, of course, always revisit lands that you've been to before. We've got Skyrim, Morrowind.
Yeah, and they're different times. You know, we're almost 1,000 years in the past.
Come in by yourself, come in with friends, but don't worry that you're ever not going to have something to do, because there are adventures everywhere you go. We had an awesome trailer during the showcase. Necron, Hermaeus Mora.
Yeah.
What's it all about, Rich?
Hermaeus Mora is this Daedric god of knowledge. He's not good, he's not evil. He is just focused on cataloging the world and collecting everything he possibly can to study. And what you kind of see in the trailer is more a kind of always on guard, always looking over and watching what's kind of going on. And you get to see some nostalgia in there as well from the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim with the yellow-green skies.
The vast inky sea, the stacks of books.
I'll still never forget the first time you showed us the initial concepts for everything made out of books. I remember looking at that going, oh my God, how are we going to do this? Like, how is this going to run?
We always try to honor the past, right? Because when we go back to areas that people who play Elder Scrolls games have played, they know these lands. We want them to feel like they're coming home, right? But we have the chance to add a little into the mix.
The art team was able to really play with kind of cool, unique monsters.
Yeah, we were given some great places to go for new monsters in the zone. We were looking at making a creature that would kind of freeze you in terror as soon as you saw it, and a creature that has a deeper connection to the overall story of the zone.
We've also got the Tavani Peninsula, kind of the Morrowind vibe.
It's always fun to go back to this part of Tamriel because it's one of the most imaginative and sort of like visually expressive things that has ever been created for an Elder Scrolls world. And then, of course, Necron City
shows
itself.
gameplay out of nowhere.
This ancient
it would be very
city
interesting
that
to see
was
that, like,
rumored to have been built even before the Tribunal was even
It'd
established.
be interesting to see a little
Being
bit
able
more
to play with
gameplay
that
from
and look at that architecture and
still-
this ancient city of the dead.
I guess Indiana Jones
you guys
isn't
gave us a new
close
class
to being
to do.
ready to be
The
shown
Arcanist
because we haven't
draws
seen
their
anything of that
powers
either.
from Hameas
So,
Mora. We really challenged
that
ourselves
might
in the
be
team
the Game
to
Awards sort of
make
thing.
something that
In my
didn't
honest opinion, I
feel
think in December,
like anything else that we have built.
Might be 7.
Everything we've been
Game
talking about
Awards.
sounds amazing, but
I'm thinking
when do we
Game
actually
Awards
get to
we're probably going to see
Necrom launches on Xbox June 20th,
Wolverine,
and we can't wait for
Indiana
everybody to get in there
Jones,
and see this
maybe
amazing
even
content we've
Budokai.
created.
If it's not here, then Budokai
Thanks
Tenkaichi
everyone
at the Game
for
Awards.
watching
That
us during
would
the showcase
stun
and
a
watching
lot
us
of people
today.
at the Game Awards.
Lots of
Like,
exciting stuff coming
and
for
especially if we
ESO
get
in
some
the
release
future.
date of being like
See you in Tamriel.
summer or maybe early 2024. That would be crazy. Like spring. Oh man. Oh no. Is it Outlast? No. Outlast has already been a console. What the hell is this? Nah, this ain't for me. Nah, this ain't for me. 4-player online co-op. Just ghost hunting? Alright guys, today we're gonna be trying to find the ghost that haunts the cellar. What? I'm good on that. I'm real good on that one.
IBS World News.
番組をご覧の皆様、こんにちは。エグゾプライマルディレクターの平岡です。まずはじめに、3月に開催しました第1回オープンベータテストに多くのエグゾファイターの皆様にご参加いただきました。アンケートや SNS を通じてたくさんのフィードバックをいただいております。今後の開発に活用させていただきます。ご協力ありがとうございました。さて、カプコンショーケースはご覧いただけましたでしょうか。その中で発表しましたが、第2回オープンベータテストの開催が決定しました。詳しい日程や情報は公式サイトをご覧ください。それでは、ここからは番組をご覧の皆様に新情報を紹介します。まずはサベージガントレットという新たなモードです。サベージガントレットは内容が毎週切り替わる特別なミッションに5人で挑み、世界中のファイターとクリアタイムを競うというモードになっています。ディノサバイバルとは違い、出現する恐竜やフィールドが遊ぶたびには変化せず、全世界のプレイヤーが同じ内容のミッションに挑みます。今回は恐竜が出現する位置にあらかじめトリプルスレッドを設置しています。出現してきたら、このようにスカイウェーブのグラビトンケージと合わせて起爆。一網打尽にできました。 ミッションは画面上部に表示されている恐竜の討伐なのですが、サベージガントレットでは目標以外の恐竜が出現することが少なくありません。もちろん討伐せずに無視することもできますが、ミッション達成の妨げになる可能性があります。倒すか倒さないかはプレイヤーの作戦次第です。目標を達成したら次のミッション。ゲームの流れはディノサバイバルと同じなのですんなり遊べると思います。何やら次のミッションに備えてエグゾスーツを着替えているようですね。なるほど、スナイパーの予想が離れた位置に多く出現するのでビジラントに着替えたようですね。フレームネオソーも出現するのでフロストロックで動きを止めて集中攻撃のチャンスも作り出せますね。また一列に並んだ恐竜もブレードで足止めしてから倒す作戦のようです。道中では大型恐竜が複数体出現することも。サベージガントレットはエンドコンテンツに相当するモードなので、基本的にはミッションの難易度は高く設定されています。モジュールの強化、組み合わせはもちろんチームメンバーのスーツ構成などよく考えて挑んでみてください。サベージガントレットをクリアするとこのようにクリアタイムが表示されます。その後自分のクリアタイムがどの程度だったかランクによる評価がされます。次はバリアントスーツを紹介します。バリアントスーツはデフォルトのエグゾスーツとは異なる性質の武器を装備しており、戦い方が変化したスーツです。デフォルトのデッドアイはアサルトライフルを装備していますが、デッドアイアルファバーストファイヤーはショットガンとバースト射撃を切り替えられるバトルライフルを装備しています。敵との距離に応じて射撃を切り替えながら戦います。他のバリアントスーツも特別にちょっとだけお見せしますね。ゼファーアルファエナジーチャクラン、バラージュアルファロケットホップ、ビジラントアルファマークスマン、ロードブロックアルファフォートレスキール、ムラサメアルファフロストグレイブ、クリーガーアルファチャージショットガン、リッチドクターアルファデュアリティビーム、スカイウェーブアルファサンダークラップ、ニンバスアルファダブルバレル。バリアントスーツは発売後のタイトルアップデートで遊べるようになります。エグゾプライマルは発売後も定期的にアップデートを行っていきます。シーズンごとに新たなゲームコンテンツを追加していきますのでご期待ください。本日はありがとうございました。それではウォーゲームでお会いしましょう。レッツマッシブ。
Oh, damn, that's actually July 24th. Well, 14th.
It's great to see the dedication from the team at Capcom and how they're building Exoprimal in partnership with the community. Gaming has the power to immerse us in worlds and perspectives we'd never otherwise experience. We can fight dinosaurs, transport to a dystopian future, explore the universe, and conjure magic. And we get to do this together, no matter where we are on the planet, the language we speak, what we look like, or our physical abilities. That is why it is both an absolute imperative and an incredible opportunity that games represent all of us. That is why we created the ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program, to help underrepresented creators and stories in the industry shine. We call it DAP. DAP already includes more than 100 emerging developers, and they've launched 30 incredible games like A Space for the Unbound, Validate, and HOA. And there are many, many more in the works. Let's take a look at these amazing games coming up next from ID at Xbox's Developer Acceleration Program.
Okay. Thank you. What's that guy? Flight Simulator?
I got a call from my good friend Jörg Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He told me about this once-in-a-lifetime, out-of-this-world opportunity. So I'm here in Budapest, the capital of Hungary. Jörg, he's around here somewhere. Let's go find him. Jörg!
Hey, Paris. It's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Thanks for coming to Budapest.
Of course. What am I doing here?
I'll tell you on the way. We have a boat to catch.
A boat?
Yep.
We don't have a plane?
Nope. Come on, Paris.
What is this place? What kind of aircraft are you storing in here?
Ha, dude, it's much cooler than that. All right, Paris, are you ready for this?
You know I'm ready for this.
All right, let's go.
Was it actually the Dune? Yeah.
Welcome to the world of Dune.
This is incredible.
Come on, I want you to meet someone. Hey, how's it going?
How are you, man?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Paris, I would like to introduce Patrice Vermette, Academy Award-winning production designer of Dune.
It is very nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of Dune. Now, Patrice, can you tell me, what is this place?
Well, this is the warehouse where we actually keep most of the props and the set deck elements that we used on Dune Part 1 and Part 2.
Now, Jörg, how did all this get started?
So it goes back to November 2021. Dune had just hit the movie theaters worldwide, and we got a call from Legendary, and they had the idea that we bring an ornithopter into Microsoft Flight Simulator. And me being a lifelong science fiction reader and fan, a big, huge fan of the Frank Herbert books, how could I say no?
Okay, now it makes sense after seeing the trailer at the Xbox showcase. I understand why you brought me here.
You guys want to take a look? Because we actually do have a couple of ornithopters here if you want to see. You want to take a look?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Look at this.
Is like,
it's a one-on-one real-sized ornithopter. It's amazing.
Thank you. Vinny likes things to be plausible, so that's why they were built to look military, rugged, and stealth.
Now, here's the most important question. Were they built to fly?
Funny you mentioned, because I've been asked that question on a couple of occasions.
If it still goes past 7 minutes
no, they don't
from
fly.
now,
They are heavy. They're 11 tons.
Still have 30 minutes
So,
left.
Jörg,
Right now,
you had to get this working in the game.
hour
How did you do this in Flight Sim?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So, in general, ornithopters can fly and do fly. This particular one, given that it weighs 11 tons, that's going to be a little bit harder, specifically because it's not really doing the ornithopter bird flap. It does oscillation of the blades. And we currently don't have the material science to get the thrust and the lift. But on Arrakis, I think this is absolutely possible. And in Flight Sim, we made it work.
Patrice, we're here. Can we go in?
Absolutely. All right, let's do it. Normally we'd go in through the climbing up the landing gear, but this will do.
Yeah, so what's cool about this, Paris, is that all those buttons are actually realistically hooked up to the system. Master engine switch, what you're doing there above those, the red, are basically all the lights.
And as you notice, it's all analog because in the world of Dune, there's no thinking machines. Thinking machines have been illegal for 10,000 years.
Yeah, that was actually fascinating when we implemented it. Because it's a science fiction, we thought, oh, it's glass cockpits, everything's going to be computerized. Like, none of it. This is a very practical helicopter, almost like from the 1960s.
So, Jörg, in the first movie, the Thopter was able to do a lot of cool moves and maneuvers. You're going to be able to reproduce that in Flight Sim?
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, the really cool design that you guys came up with is each blade is independently controlled. So each blade has its own lift and thrust. And that means it can go from a really stable hover to a steep dive and back to a glide instantaneously. I would just say thank you that you designed such an awesome and realistic machine, because that's what we do. We bring realistic machines to life. But if you want to see a little bit more about the game design, I have something for you.
Absolutely, I'd love to see.
All right, so the setup for this expansion is that you are a Atreides pilot on Arrakis flying an ornithopter. Here is what we built. We basically built this section of Arrakis. Here's the capital city of Arkin. Here's the botanical garden, we have that as well. And the first thing we do is we train you up. The fast takeoff, fast landing, and then the deep dive. And then we take you to some of the extreme locations, like the bow of the cliff, the hole in the rock, the red chasm. You really have to show your pilot skills. And then, towards the end, then there's a secret mission, which I can't talk about today, but that basically wraps up the experience. It's gonna be great.
Super exciting. Hey.
It's great to see you again.
Barris, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. All right, York, where to next?
Well, I don't know what they eat on Arrakis, but this is Budapest, and I hear they have excellent goulash. I know a place.
Let's go.
Was that a Top Gun reference, I think?
Lies of P is a thrilling Souls-like
I did
that
download
takes
that
the
game
story of
and
Pinocchio,
play it.
turns it on its head,
It's not bad.
and sets it against the darkly elegant backdrop of the Belle Epoque era.
Finally, we meet.
You are awakened by a mysterious voice.
Can you hear me?
You must adapt yourself and your weapons to face untold horrors, untangle the unfathomable secrets of the city's elites, and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth or weave lies to overcome them on the journey to find yourself. You are able to create your own weapon through the combination of these blades and handles. Of the hundreds of possible combinations with different respective appearances, performances, attack motions, and patterns, each and every blade and handle has its distinctive Fable Arts. Fable Arts is a special combat skill that can be casted by consuming Fable slots. Fable slots can be charged again through combat. Select your own special skills to vanquish your enemies. The Legion arm is a prosthetic on P's left arm. The Legion arm can exhibit special abilities by consuming the Legion gauge, providing you an eclectic combat experience. So, puppets are all there are? I highly doubt that. You'll have to face all sorts of monsters, puppets only being one of them. You're not quite done yet. Bone-chilling bosses await you. If a boss seems too intimidating, you might want to get help from a specter. In boss matches, you can summon a specter that will assist you in battle. With a bit of help, you will be able to defeat bosses with more ease. The P organ is a system that allows you to upgrade your character. Use quartz to optimize P to your liking. Within the P organ, you can select which slots to unlock depending on your preference. There will be times when you will be confronted with choices where you can give comfort to others in sorrow or despair by lying, or you can choose to tell the truth. Carve your own path.
Interesting.
Meet Lies of P on Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Game Pass. Coming to you this September 19th.
There's a lot of September games, man. There really is. There's so many September games, especially just from Xbox.
At the heart of Hellblade is our ambition to sink you into Senua's world and story.
August,
to do this,
September,
it's
October,
critical that we make it
November,
as easy as
December,
possible
for
for you
the
to
holidays.
suspend your disbelief.
But dang,
One key method of
September's
achieving
just
this
stacked.
is our use of performance capture.
What I want to achieve on stage is to get the best performance and best storytelling from the actors, and then to get that into the game as faithfully as possible. I want to see what I saw on stage in the game.
It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find out.
When we were shooting the scene from the Xbox showcase, it was quite a somber mood on set, because that was one of our moments in the game where it's just Senua and the Furies, and we have an opportunity to connect with the player one-on-one.
Where are they?
Where are you?
What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too much.
At this point in Senua's journey, she's had her confidence eroded. There's a lot of doubt, and she needs to find within herself a spark of hope, that strength that she has, in order to continue on.
Everything I've done has led me to this place.
We've come so far.
While this scene is relatively simple, the scale and complexity of our performance capture has multiplied to meet our creative ambitions on Hellblade 2.
We shot the first Hellblade in the boardroom of our old studio. It was very MacGyvered together. In the new studio, we have a custom-built mocap space, which has pretty much everything we could have dreamed of. We've got projectors, so we can recreate sets on the ground if we need to. We've got loads of props that we have available to us at any time, so we can build sets.
I remember coming into interview and seeing the setup down there, and immediately being impressed by the clear commitment that had been made to underpinning great true-to-life performance with great quality data. So we've got a lot more cameras this time around. They're kind of top of the line at the moment. And in the kind of space that we have downstairs, we have nearly wall-to-wall coverage, which is really impressive and is not something that is common. It's certainly a step up from a few cameras set up in a boardroom.
With our setup, we can push even further on our ambition of bringing through as much of our actors' performances as possible into the game, even down to the most nuanced of movements.
So when you've got an optical system like ours set up and calibrated well, you can track performers' movements down to the millimeter. So we can see somebody shuffling their finger along the table or just wiggling them very gently. You can see hesitation and breath. You know, there's no need to push the action and overact. You can just be your character.
I'm here now.
What we want is the best performance possible, the best immersion possible for the player, and that's why we go to these lengths, just to try and get that extra fidelity of performance into the game.
What do you want me to do?
With performance capture being at the heart of our character movement, our props and staging had to facilitate our vision.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but there is going to be a boat in the game. That boat will have several characters on board. We wanted to be able to capture the motion of a boat across multiple characters simultaneously, and we, for the first time, had the space to be able to construct a proper rig for this. So we had a platform which could be moved in any number of ways to create that kind of pitch and yaw and roll that you would get on the ocean. And we got our actors up onto this boat and captured scene with high waves and a storm, and we got incredible data from really, really amazing. The most important part of my role is to make sure that story gets told, and having these wonderful actors we're working with bring their talents to bear on these characters has been such an amazing experience.
My name's Larry Herb, Xbox's Major Nelson. Welcome to FanFest. I'm excited to be here. So here we go. Let's roll that video.
Honestly, I've never felt so good to be part of Xbox in my life. I'm just wandering around, I've been talking to people, and everybody is so excited about what's to come.
We really put a lot of emphasis
cool
on
ass time, bro.
creative risk, and there's so much excitement for what we're going to be able to deliver going into 2024, and even games in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet. So our mission, our
I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just
what do you want to focus on gathering, you think?
I can get wood to start with, and then you can help me get some aluminum.
I'll get some stone also then. That should cover a lot of what we need for crafting and building. Once we've finished, let's head back and help with the buildings.
Resupply to the rescue!
How's it going up there?
I think I've got a good idea of what I want things to look like from up here.
Nice.
Oh, there's so many good choices.
All right.
I don't know if that's good or bad. That it kind of looks like Fortnite.
I think that looks
I mean, it looks like it's one of them like
There are loads of aluminum
pretty
here.
much loot
They're actually pretty
everything,
strong, so we can do it
mine
faster
all the
if we
stuff
both drill.
and build
Let's
things.
work together and see what else we can find here. After we bring this back, I'll take a look in some other regions to see what materials they have.
I'm done up here, so I'll come join you.
Oh, my inventory is getting full from this harvest. I think we should build some like silos or crates to store it all.
Yeah, we should probably build a fence around those two as well so we can protect the harvest.
Great idea. Let's get on it.
Here we go. I'll help with the silos next.
Yo, anyone need materials? Because we got a ton of stuff.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. Do you want us to start helping you build?
Yes, please, please.
All on it. What do you think of the layout?
Yeah, it looks great to me.
Do you get attacked? I don't know. I mean, it says to defend, so I'm going to assume that that's the case. Like,
Hey,
you're going to be able to
I was going
defend
for more
against
materials
something.
and I found some ruins over there.
Really?
Jump in your mechs and come see this.
Why would you put the storage right there?
Oh, wow, what is this? Oh, look at that.
This is so cool.
That door is huge. Wow.
I wonder what's inside, though.
Tomorrow we should totally find a way to open this. Let's head back to the base and see what we can do.
Well, it is a Game Pass game, so there you go there. 10 new indie games.
Giddy giddy go go, let's look alive. Giddy giddy go go, let's look alive.
Cat game. Oh my.
Let's look alive. New vibe, hot off the press like skydiving into Sunday best. So high now, what you expect? On top, yeah, I got that effect. Giddy giddy go go, let's look alive.
Just follow my instructions.
Giddy giddy go go, let's look alive.
Welcome.
We on the road with it. Go with the flow, kick it. Turn up the noise.
I thought that was Luffy for a second. I was like, the One Piece is real. Copyright. Well, I don't think I've had too many on there, so I should be able to like try to get these sort of under control pretty soon. But as you said, that reminds me, I gotta go check the other ones, make sure that those all kind of trimmed out as well. Start on other ones. None of them look like I want.
Every year in our showcase, there's one game that kind of pops for me, something I'm very interested in. This year, we got to announce 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus. And I'm here now with Stefan and Will to walk through a demo of the game, which I've never played before. First time. We have 33 people online, incredibly excited about this. So we're going to jump in?
All right, let's jump in and start playing.
33 Immortals is a co-op action roguelike for 33 players. You play a damned soul who must rebel against God's final judgment. So there are 3 of us here today on stage, 3 upstairs, and 27 people joining us from Montreal in the studio. Hi, everyone.
And we are ready. That's us. Everybody's spawning in.
That's us.
This is 33-player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not a normal number of characters for a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
How did you come up with 33 players?
We were searching for a significant number where we can all play on the screen.
Yeah.
We stay together on the screen, so 33 felt good. 32 felt good. But as the game is inspired by the Divine Comedy, the medieval poem from Dante Alighieri, written in the 14th century. And this poem has 3 sections: Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso. Each section has 33 chapters. And so we say, oh, let's do 33 players.
I love it.
33 Immortals.
Man, I love what you said, Will, that when you guys started this game, there weren't even 33 people at the studio, so you didn't have enough people in the studio to fill out the full roster of the game.
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome point.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge when you're trying to do that.
I love it.
Okay, so no 2 runs are the same. We're actually spinning in a different position, different situation. We are in the cemetery. If you own the left trigger, the whole map is going to show up. And we can see that we are 33 right now, actually, in Inferno, but we are scattered around the world.
Oh, we're not all in the same place.
Yeah, because we all have to complete torture chambers.
Got it.
To make the game progress.
Okay.
And we are located at the southwest of Inferno.
Yeah.
And so the closest torture chambers is to the east.
Okay.
So let's go there.
Got it.
Okay, let's continue down south toward the first torture chambers. This one, I have a good feeling for it.
The soundtrack, what's going on? The music's kind of cool.
Thank you. This is Max LL, who's actually done the music on all of our games.
And you're in Montreal?
We are in Montreal, yes.
Close to one of our XGS studios in Compulsion.
Yes.
It's also in Showcase.
Yes.
I love the community of game creators in Montreal.
Absolutely. It's always important to be well surrounded and all that. So
we didn't talk about your first game, Spiritfarer.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was great.
Now, as you can see, this is not Spiritfarer.
No, but like, how do you think about that from a studio standpoint, having such, I mean, I would say they're stylized games, but outside of that, very different games.
We're not worried about, genre. Our goal is really to just try and make unique, immersive, creative experiences that players love and that they want to play for.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
This guy who's getting out of my comfort zone sometimes.
Okay.
All right.
What do we do?
So we have completed a torture chamber, so we have achieved a first step in...
I got left behind. That's what you're saying.
Defying God, yeah.
Oh, they're back on us.
Whoa. Well, we gotta face the wrath of God.
Careful.
Oh, no. Dash. Dash.
Run away.
Oh, I can't. I have like 0 health. New torture. No, I gotta get out of here.
Where are you?
Well, why weren't they in the torture chamber trying to help us?
Okay.
Okay, these range.
God is getting angry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're getting hammered right now. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, here's a guy. Can you revive me?
Yeah. Just stop moving. That's good. One up.
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay. Whoa.
Thank you.
Oh no. Run. This is the holy fire.
What is this?
The
holy fire.
So basically, what I see from
Now we're in
this
holy
is a lot
fire?
of,
The wrath of God.
Even if you do have
Okay, I'm ahead
33
of it.
people, it
Okay,
doesn't mean
so
like
we
y'all
unlock
just
the
gonna go
Ascension
and kinda
battle.
Like stomp.
So that's
It kinda
the last
reminds
battle
me
Here,
of
quick,
like
take this.
Diablo,
Can people jump in my heels?
Yeah.
just a bit, but with way more people. So
I tried to
obviously
do the
it's
heal.
gonna be way more.
Don't mind me, the wandering
of a
soul.
harder learning curve,
Save me, please.
especially
Like
with
a zombie.
navigating so many people on there and trying to like figure
Maybe
out.
someone.
Did I mention I'd
people
never
are
played
leading a certain
before?
section of enemies, and you got to like pretty much maneuver
I
around
died
that
too.
while you're trying to get around your.
Okay, hopefully the
enemies
team,
that you're going
the team
after
can
that's
carry
aggroed
us.
on you as well, too.
Hopefully we are not alone.
There's a lot of enemies in this small space.
Yeah, this.
Gonna try to not move.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see this
Don't
being some
move, and
rage
hopefully someone is going to be able to revive you. Okay, good.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm up.
I'm in. Okay.
Back.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the last step.
I think it's my last.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
We did it?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've ascended.
Yeah.
That was first chapter of first book. Is that how I should think about it?
Yeah.
It's the first world, so it's Inferno.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this has got that
each
Diablo
region
aspect.
has its whole big set of
Just keep
challenges and
going
everything.
and going,
This is all on the map.
difficulty.
And its
Yeah.
final boss fight.
That's what this is. Well, since we've basically come through unscathed so far, this should be easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy. You saved us from having to kill the final boss.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tease.
I like it. I like it. Well, best of luck to you and the team and everything that's going on. Can't wait for this game to come out. I won't ask for the date because I know that's unfair. But it was great to have in the show and great for you to come down and we got the opportunity to play. So thank you for that.
Thank you so
Phil.
much. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for watching Showcase Extended. I love these opportunities to show more about everything that you saw in the showcase itself. Thanks to everybody that supported us and have a great week. Thanks, everybody.
So, no Fallout. So, let me go ahead and pause. I just want to see how many people's currently still watching this. 17,000. Okay, so no Fallout, no State of Decay 3, and by Fallout I mean Fallout 4 next gen upgrade because that was supposed to be rumored to be shown during Xbox's showcase. One of them. None of that. No Indiana Jones. So I don't know if Xbox is gonna have another like not showcase, but maybe like direct development or something like that at some point in time. I don't know. They'll probably announce that at some point in time, but obviously, coming into this showcase, I didn't have high expectations because that was the first showcase. This is just extended. Like I said before, going to be some gameplay of things, maybe a couple other new little teases in there and stuff like that. Yeah, it didn't really add much to the original Xbox showcase because again, if you put this with the end, like so, this is the start of the end of the other one. Yeah, it probably would still be maybe about an 8.6, to be quite honest. So still no 9 of a showcase with both of them. Like I said, I kind of tapered the expectations here, but that does leave room for a lot of that stuff to be shown in another direct development or something like that later on down the lines. I'm highly excited. Still for Xbox, especially with a couple things that they still shown and stuff like that. Especially a looter shooter. I definitely want to play that. Like 100% want to play that. So again, all in all, this is pretty sweet. It did almost be it was almost an hour and 30 minutes. So it was almost that. Technically speaking, probably about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So again, not too terrible there. I did, like I said, it was an enjoyment. I'm so glad I got to see it because I got to see the looter shooter game and stuff like that. But adding this on to Xbox score is still probably an 8.6 now. Just went up maybe like 1 point, like 0.1, and that's really it. Just because of that looter shooter and a couple of little things. So not too shabby on this one. Again, Xbox had the better showcase of out of everything, and then probably Ubisoft. Well, actually, not you. Probably 100% Ubisoft after that. So not that bad. Capcom went last night. Unless somehow Capcom said something again after I was done streaming. Capcom went last night. I did see the I seen the card art of the LR, but I haven't looked at anything of it whatsoever at all of the game. So well, not the game, but the card. I haven't seen any animations. I haven't seen what the card does and stuff like that. I might check it out later on or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, this, like I said, this wasn't really bad at all. No Gears either. So again, all that stuff, all those big heavy hitting names could probably be next year's showcase. I would say, and I would go out on a limb and say that since they showed Fable and Avowed this year, and we know that they're going to be coming out next year, I might say Perfect Dark, Indiana Jones, maybe another Gears, something along the lines of that might be the next big showcases that we actually see that Xbox actually Starfield puts all their time and energy into. So that might be like the next star is something, maybe one of those games. But we'll see, because that does take a lot of pressure off of the Xbox studios, like the original Xbox studios that they had before they bought everything else. Like it takes a lot of weight off them, because they're actually able to be like, okay, we can skip out this showcase because, you know, Xbox has everything else to show that of all their other studios that they bought. So we could take another year off of showing anything of our game to polish it a lot more. That way the next year that it comes out, now we can already have a teaser, and then it can still be like another year or so before the game does come out, which is highly, I would say probably the next 2-3 years after 2024 is going to be even more insanity, because obviously 2023 we're getting Starfield and all that, and then 2024 we got Fable, Avowed, and a couple other games and stuff like that that's going to be showing off. And then literally after that, I'm going to say possibly from September, I got to say this every show and stuff, but possibly September, we get GTA 6 trailer, which if that happens, just know I will be live streaming that. Like if they gave some kind of event for that, I will be live streaming that. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I would say possible GTA at the end of 2024 or at the end of 2025. I don't think it's early 2025. I think it'd probably be towards the later 2024 or 2025. And that'll be like the big focus game after that, until like Starfield probably gets DLCs and stuff like that, which I'll assume that they probably should get some big DLC next year. So that again will probably be one of the big things that's shown next year's showcase. But yeah, all in all, Wukong, yeah, none of that either. We'll see, but all in all, not too shabby. Again, this does mark the end of pretty much the showcases and stuff like that. So it was a fun week, to be quite honest. Again, appreciate a lot of the people that's coming in and watching this when it's on the channel and stuff like that. Normally didn't watch this maybe last year and stuff like that. And then a couple of the new faces that we got as well. So appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing, turning on notifications. That does help a lot. So again, maybe like next year, this could even be bigger than it was. Maybe we could have like double the people of like the Xbox showcase that we had. And it was like almost 100 people in that one. So maybe next year we can almost have 200 or 300. That'd be great. Depends on how the channel grows and stuff like that as well too. But hopefully by then have a lot of people coming out and watching those. So again, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm not going to watch the Naruto at the end of the Xbox showcase, because then that's just put in at the Xbox showcase, and I have to like redo the thumbnail, title, and all that stuff in it. And honestly, that's just not really worth doing that on an Xbox showcase. So if anything, it'll be like its own sort of thing or something like that. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm not even that huge into the actual Naruto game of the Storm. It's more Budokai Tenkaichi 4 to me, to be quite honest. If I had to pick either one of what I'd play to, it would be Budokai. So, and maybe I'd watch it on like a Dokkan battle stream or something like. I don't know. We'll see. But other than that, thank you guys so much. Have an awesome day / night. Stay safe. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.